Sweet. You want to need my name and all that first? Okay.
Yes, please.
Dan East, E-A-S-T, captain with the Wichita Police Department. All right, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to bring your attention that this Saturday, April 28th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the National Drug Take-Back Day. In Wichita, we have two locations. The Sheriff's Department and the Drug Enforcement Administration will be at Sedgwick County Zoo, like I said, from 10 a.m. To 2 p.m. And then Dillon's wanted to partner with the Wichita Police Department and the Drug Enforcement Administration. And we have a second location on the east side of town. That'll be in the Dillon's parking lot right there at the corner of Harry and Webb Road. We feel this is just a great opportunity for the citizens to get rid of those unwanted, expired, unused medications that they have inside their house that they no longer need, and this is a safe way to dispose of them. That's it. Questions?
Who actually does the disposal at this? DEA or
The drug enforcement, what happens, the drug enforcement collects everything and it is then transported up to Kansas City, and then that's when they're disposed of. I do want to note that last year in the state of Kansas, because DEA does everything by state of Kansas, we turned in over 13,000 pounds of unused or unwanted medication. And this, like I said, this is a fantastic way to properly get rid of these medications and not let them get in the hands of folks with illicit intents or otherwise.
Can you talk about some of the risks of not disposing of them properly?
Well, really, when it comes to the disposal of medications, there's a lot of different avenues to go by. You can go on the DEA's website. There's, I think, also the Food and Drug Administration also has some tips on that about how to properly, if you're going to put them in the trash and those items. There are the risk of not disposing of medication, leaving it around the house when you're done taking that prescription to your doctor, or you don't need them any longer, is either someone getting a hold of them that that takes them and it's not their medication, or if someone stealing those meds and using them for an illicit purpose. And this is just one way to not have that stockpile of medication around your house. There are two others, so everyone knows there are two locations in the city of Wichita that you can bring your meds back year-round, and both of those are the Walgreens. One is at Central and Hillside, and the other is at Central and Mays Road. Both of those Walgreens, you can drop off medication year-round if you can't make it for the drug take-back on April 28th.
I know you mentioned that there was 13,000 pounds overall in the state of Kansas. Do we know how many last year, just for Wichita?
No, they do not keep numbers just for, it'd be Sedgwick County is how they would do it. Because there's numerous locations throughout Sedgwick County, some of our smaller departments around and the communities around they're hosting. And if you go on the DEA, you can just Google the DEA, the website, or just National Drug Take Back. You put in a zip code with a mileage, kind of how far you want to drive, and you can see all the locations. All right. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Captain. Yep.
Appreciate the captain coming giving information about the drug take-back day this Saturday. Good opportunity. So give you a few days to look in your medicine cabinets. If you have something that you need to try to dispose of, be a good day to do this. Three things we're going to cover today in our Interwatch. We have two fatality hit and runs. I know I did make the scene yesterday on the first one yesterday morning. We released the name of the victim involved in that hit and run. And we had the hit and run last night about 9:20. And we also had a robbery, an aggravated robbery take place yesterday early afternoon in the 4000 block of East Bailey. We'll talk about, the 4500 block of East Bailey. So I'll be talking about that case as well. The first fatality was yesterday morning, approximately 10:15 in the 2600 block of South Oliver. Case number is 25613. And the victim is identified as Kimberly Daffron, Daffron. Kimberly is a common spelling. She's a 35-year-old female. I believe of Newton.
You said 25 years old?
35.
35-year-old female, yep. Second case is the fatality hit and run from last night in the 5200 block of East Kellogg, about 9:20. Case number is 25760. On Monday, April 23rd, approximately 9:20, officers responded to an injury accident in the 5200 block of East Kellogg. The investigation revealed that a 22-year-old male was in the roadway on Kellogg on foot and was struck by a black BMW 3 Series traveling eastbound, again also on Kellogg. This 22-year-old male unfortunately did succumb to the injuries he received. The 22-year-old male is a homeless individual known to be frequent in the Kellogg and Armour area on foot. The driver of the black BMW 3 Series did continue eastbound in the vehicle, fleeing the scene after he struck our victim. At approximately 2:30 in the morning, a 20-year-old male was contacted at the police station and was determined to have been involved in the earlier accident. This male was arrested and booked into jail for felony hit and run and driving with a revoked license. This is still an ongoing investigation, and officers are still attempting to locate the suspect black BMW 3 Series vehicle with damage on the front of the vehicle. If you happen to see this vehicle, we ask that you please call 911 so our officers can respond and investigate the vehicle appropriately.
So how did the 20-year-old, you said that that person was contacted by WPD, how did that happen?
That individual was contacted at our police station.
Oh, okay. He went there.
Yes. He came into this.
Okay.
He went to the station and police contacted him there. This male, and he was. It was determined that he was involved in the earlier accident. Yes, 25760.
So did he admit to being involved?
Well, I can't give out exactly what a suspect has stated in a case, but I can say at this point he was contacted at the Patrol East station, and he was booked at this time for felony hit and run and driving with a revoked license.
Do we know what the victim was doing? Was he trying to run across Kellogg, or?
Still, again, part of the investigation. We know he was on Kellogg and he was on foot. He is a known homeless individual in the Wichita area and known to be on foot in the Kellogg and Armour area, Woodlawn area, 5200 East Kellogg area.
You're not identifying him yet.
Not at this time.
What was the last charge?
Driving with a revoked license.
Will he face, can you speculate if he'll face like manslaughter charges or anything?
The case will be presented to our district attorney's office. Again, it'll be up to the district attorney's office for what exact charges he will be charged with. But at this time, he's been booked on these charges, and we're continuing to investigate, as I had stated. And if anybody has any information on this vehicle or knows the whereabouts, or you happen to see it, call 911 so we can, again, investigate that the vehicle appropriate as part of this case. And then once the investigation is complete, we will present it to the district attorney's office for charging. All right, another case is a highway robbery, or aggravated highway robbery, actually. Two case numbers involved with this one. 18C 25666 and 25785. 18C 25785. Occurred in the 4500 block of East Bailey yesterday afternoon, approximately 1 o'clock. On Monday, April 23rd, approximately 1 p.m., officers responded to a highway robbery call of a pizza delivery driver in the 800 block of South Terrace. When they made arrival on that call, they made contact with a 39-year-old female victim who was a delivery driver for Papa John's Pizza. And the victim stated that she was delivering pizza, wings, and a 2-liter to a residence in the 4500 block of East Bailey. Upon arriving on scene, the victim was approached by 2 unknown male suspects, and one of these males brandished a firearm. The food that was to be delivered was taken, and also money from the victim. And then the suspects fled on foot and was seen meeting up with other individuals that were in the area. A City of Wichita Public Works employee witnessed several of the suspects enter a residence in the 800 block of South Terrace. Officers went to this residence and detained 7 individuals at the location. And through our investigation, 4 16-year-old males and 1 17-year-old male have been arrested and booked into the juvenile detention facility for weapons, drugs, traffic, and robbery charges. Again, this is an ongoing investigation. A firearm has been recovered as part of this investigation. And great job by officers and investigators as they continue to work on this case. And a great job by the witness, the City of Wichita Public Works employee that witnessed something. Again, a prime example, if you see something, say something, gave valuable information to the police that we were able to follow up on and arrest several individuals involved in this violent crime.
Were the suspects the ones that ordered the pizza?
I believe so. I don't know exactly who ordered the pizza, but I do know that the pizza was ordered and they arrived. When they arrived at this, the driver arrived at this location, they were approached by the 2 suspects. So if they weren't the ones that ordered it, they at least had some sort of knowledge of the order.
4500 East Bailey and 800 South Terrace, are they pretty close to each other?
Yes.
Just a matter of what happened and where it was reported.
Correct,
Or
yeah.
where they were found.
We were sent to that location, 800 block South Terrace, and we contacted the victim who gave us the Bailey address.
You said there were 4 16-year-olds and 1 17-year-old.
Mhm.
Can you tell us the ages of the other 2? You said 7 people were detained, right?
Right, I don't have that information.
But only the 4 and the 1 were arrested?
Arrested.
Okay.
And was their house on South Terrace or?
Oh.
Or they were?
800 South Terrace. Yep. That's where we contacted several. And then through the investigation, we made these arrests. Any other questions?
You contacted her on East Bailey, the building?
No, we were dispatched originally to the 800 block of South Terrace.
Okay.
And then when we made contact with the victim, she's the one that gave us the address on Bailey. And as we continued to investigate, the witness had given us the address in the 800 block of South Terrace where we contacted multiple individuals.
You said Papa John's?
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell Bailey for me?
Yeah, Bayley.
Thank you.
Any updates on the recent shootings out by the theater and also at the home?
I don't have any updates on those cases. I know that we are continuing to investigate. Our investigators are working on those cases currently, but I don't have any updates at this time.
Do you know if there's extra patrol in that area right now, or if you're looking at shell casings to see if they're connected?
Sure, they're looking at all evidence that we have, whether it's video evidence or any type of ballistic evidence, whatever evidence they have, they are looking through each piece of evidence very thoroughly to see if we can get some information. And again, we continue to ask for our community if they know of any information. Please call Crime Stoppers 267-2111. Share that information with us as we continue to investigate. But we will continue to investigate these situations thoroughly. Anything else?
Oh, quick question. So they were arrested for drug, traffic charges, not drug trafficking?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I hope everybody has a great Tuesday. I want you to be safe, and we'll be back again 10 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks.